Hello, my friends. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. It's time to recharge, you guys. Get ready for a full new week of trading. This week was very short. It was due to Labor Day. It was a 4-day week, as well as on top of that. September in general is actually one of the more historically not best months in terms of the stock market. It's more slower, it's more choppier, it's more bearish than anything, right, compared to any other month. September and August, those 2 months. And then as it goes towards the end of the year, it's actually one of the best times, in my opinion, especially for small cap trading. I remember every single year, because I've been doing this many years. Every single year is really good. From October to January, it was really hot for small caps. So if you're watching this video, guys, get ready. And I want to wish everybody happy birthday that had birthdays the past couple weeks. I had a lot of people that had birthdays in September, right? So September, the unemployment number came out yesterday, unemployment data, and that caused the stock market to kind of be choppy. Private payrolls less than half forecast, only 22K jobs added. So when it comes to SPY, it's still really high. It's in a really nice uptrend, but due to this economic data, right, it's kind of getting more choppy, as well as you're seeing more bearish sentiment. So the previous trading day, right, we had that stock just ended up ripping face. It ripped up so much, and that a lot of people banked on it. This was a picture perfect multi-day setup. It breaks out and then holds those previous support resistance levels, and then it's just making up new highs, as well as PAPL. This one was not a multi-day setup. PAPL was a new setup. I have a lot of strategies that I shared to you guys, and PAPL, this one I mentioned the news right as it came out. You could check the chart, you could check the stock to Twitter or YouTube live stream. I mentioned it right when the news came out, and then the stock ended up just consolidating in pre-market, and then it just exploded. So PAPL was the top play. I believe it was the top play it ran. I think it was like 200% or 150%. It was a big winner, right? So if you're not part of the live stream, guys, I recommend you join the live stream. It's very accessible. A lot of people enjoying it. A lot of people are banking. As you see right here, a lot of people are just helping each other. It's not just me just giving alerts. It's more about it's a community, right? So it's like a friend. So the first stock for today's video, guys, Bed Bath & Beyond. This stock is really interesting. If you guys have been trading a while, you know this stock used to be a type of meme stock, right? Remember Bed Bath & Beyond, GameStop, AMC, and now Bed Bath & Beyond. It's really interesting because Q4 result reached around 23%. This stock actually has deal with Kirkland, include $25 million partnership to reopen Bed Bath & Beyond store. So if you look at this stock, it's gaining a lot of social media interest. And when it comes to stock, when it comes to trading, social media plays a bigger role than most people think. I mean, most people who are into trading, they think it's mainly technicals. And I don't think that's true at all, because it's really psychologically based as well. When it comes to stock market or trading, psychology is a big factor, such as FOMO, such as hype, right? So Bed Bath & Beyond is getting a lot of hype, guys. I add this to your watch list right now. The daily chart is looking really interesting. It's entering that blue sky type of territory. And this used to be one of those crazy stock. I believe the stock went from 10 to 50, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. This was like, I think, a year ago. Next stock, PPSI. This is Pioneer Power Solution. So this stock is a multi-day setup. I just mentioned multi-day setup earlier, right? It's one of my top strategy when it comes to day trading or swing trading, right? So if you pull up the daily chart, it's forming that consolidation. And PPSI is a former big runner. And if you've been following my posts, you've been following my ideas, remember where I talked about PPSI being a hurricane play. So when it comes to trading or stocks, there's always sectors, right? And hurricane sectors around this time of the year. You know, when around America, a lot of the hurricanes are happening around August, September, around this time, right? Once it gets a tropical storm area. So you saw a stock like Pola. That was 2 days ago. Pola ran, or was it yesterday? Pola ran a lot. I think it ripped 100% or somewhere around there. PPSI, Pola are the top plays. Another one will be OPTT. Another one will be BWIN. This was really big runners in the past. So this stock has an annual dividend of 150. The reason I'm mentioning that is because, you know, recently dividend plays have been really hot. Remember UUU? UUU was a dollar dividend, as well as there was another stock that had a dividend. I forgot. But this stock has a strong cash position as well, and Q2 revenue exploded 147%. So keep an eye on this stock, guys. Next stock, Duo. This is a China stock, and if you've been following the past couple days, you know Chinese stocks have been really, really hot. And you've seen these stocks like AIHS, SNTG, Baus. They're making huge green spikes up. So Duo is another candidate that's been making a really, really rampant move. If you pull up Duo chart, the stock was just exploding this week. His stock ended up going from $1.50 to 414, and right now it's forming that multi-day setup. This stock is a China-based tech firm offering real estate information. So this is a stock similar to those real estate stocks that have been just ripping face this month or the past couple of weeks. Remember, there was many stocks similar to this real estate, such as Open, and there was other stocks as well in the real estate type of genre, right? So this stock has tool designed to connect agent, buyer, and listings and streamline real estate transaction online. So when it comes to this stock, this is a stock that usually does bad in terms of price action based on the previous years. So I think a lot of bears got, trapped in this stock because remember I said trading is very psychologically based. They see a stock ripping a lot, they're gonna short, right? If the stock usually fade, gap and fade. So Duo is really interesting. I'm gonna be keeping a close eye on this stock, right? The next stock we gotta talk about Hour. This stock has a lot of this is a profitable small cap. But when it comes to small cap, most of the time they're not really profitable. They're more like dilution machine. They're just really in debt. And most of them they go like bankrupt, right? They're not really in terms of finance fundamentals, they're not the best, which is what I say in my videos, right? They're more like trade, get out. But our stock, this one has $138 million in revenue last year. This is a micro float as well. I believe it's a 1 million floater. So 1 million float combined with the fact the stock has strategic supply chain partnership with the turn to be tariff headwinds. So this stock, again, this is the same situation as the stock I mentioned just now, Duo. But if you look at what's the chart on daily chart? This is another multi-day setup. I mean, not the daily chart. I mean, look at the 1 hour chart. This is a multi-day setup. It's just forming that base. And then again, this stock, you really want to pay attention if the bears get, trapped, bear squeeze, short squeeze type of situation, right? So next stock, Open. This one, Open Door Technologies. I've been just mentioning the stock nonstop since $1. I think it was like 90 cents. And this stock just ended up ripping face. It's not like the popular stock pretty much, right? In terms of the cheaper stocks. This stock Open is everywhere on social media. It's like the number one traded stock, I believe. Many days. It's a huge amount of liquidity. And this stock just ripping face. It just made a new high yesterday. It went to $6.85, so it almost hit $7. A lot of people are banking really nice on Open. I'm happy for everybody that's doing good because this is one of those historical stocks. There's not a lot of these type of stocks, as I've been doing stock like 7 years, and there's a couple of them, but this is one of them, right? So I saw Eric Jackson. Who's a really popular figure in this Open movement. He was saying how there's like a $500 target, which is crazy, right? Because the stock's trading at $6. That would be insane. A lot of you guys would, be crazy banking. Hit this stock, be hitting $500. The stock volume turning. I was looking at the volume on this stock. I said in my previous videos, you could check when I talked about Open. I said that the previous video, you could see before it made that big move up yesterday, I said that it was going to get soaked. And that's exactly what's happening. If you look at the tape, if you look at what's been happening with Open stock, you could pull up yourself and look at the price action where every single time it just gets soaked and then volume churn. The shorts are just getting squeezed, in my opinion, right? Because the stock just keeps reclaiming those levels. And also been seeing the $10, $12 options on the stock, right? So a lot of you guys are also doing options on Open, and this stock just ripping face. And then I made many more bullish factors on this stock here. You could check out my other videos. I made like 10 videos on this stock if you're new to the channel. And yeah, a lot of people are really bullish on it. So let me know, guys, in the comments if you have more info on Open. So next stock will be Vwav, Vision Wave Holdings. This stock is a AI-powered sensing and autonomous technology. So this is a really interesting stock. You could look up the hourly chart on this stock. This is another multi-day setup. This was a big runner that I mentioned in the beginning. This stock has strong capital infusion and strategic joint ventures. So when it comes to Vwav, this is another low floater, micro float, right? So Vwav is in a really interesting spot in the daily chart. it's just been pulling away for the past couple days, and you really want to pay attention to the key technical areas, because right now it's entering that blue sky type of move. Next stock would be Tilray. This is the wheat sector. So Tilray, CGC, MSOS, ACB, MAPS, SNDL. There's many more. There's like 5 more stocks that you should be keeping an eye on. I've been making videos on these stocks since the beginning of the runs, like a month ago. And they just been ripping face, right? So Tilray has been pulling back, actually quite making a really nice pullback. If you look at the daily chart now, it's entering that really nice base area over that dollar. So you really want to pay attention to Tilray as well as other stocks that made a pullback, because eventually, right, if a stock rips face, because Tilray used to be, look at the chart, it used to be 35 cent. A 35-cent stock goes to 155 in just a matter of 2 months. It's gonna definitely pull back, right? Because that's several 100% gain. So right now it's entering that really interesting area again that you want to look for, which is near a dollar, as well as other stocks on the list. So I think cannabis is not just smoking weed, because when it comes to cannabis, right, there's treatment based for pain management, anxiety, sleep disorders. There's many other uses that cannabis is used for. It's not just smoking, right? For in that angle, there's also branding, edible beverages, as well as other countries and U.S. states more and more is getting more into the legalization angle, which means more product revenue. And there's also other legislation factors as well. If you look up cannabis in terms of what's going to happen in the administration, right, in the coming potential. So next up, we got to talk about is GNS, guys, Genius Group. If you're new to the channel, I recommend you check out my other videos I made on GNS. This stock is really interesting as well, right? It's entering that daily consolidation level. I talked about this stock around 49 cents, 50 cents, and just ended up ripping face to almost $2, and then now it's made a big pullback. And this, just like I talked about on Tilray just now, right? If a stock goes from, this used to be a 21-cent stock just in April or May, right? And then this goes almost to $2. That's just a massive gain, right? So of course it's gonna pull back to that area where it's right now it's trading at 85 cents. And this stock I mentioned in the past videos, this is an AI education angle, and just interesting enough, I made like 3 videos on it saying that they should focus on that. The CEO literally released news in regard to that. What was it, like 3 days ago? And this stock actually, I looked up, it's been actively acquiring companies. The University of Antelope Valley, this was just a few years ago. This was not like 10 years ago, right? This is a higher education angle as well. And the company, if you look at the more factor in terms of the merger, the company merger with Fat Brain AI and Open Ixhl. This was just last year, guys. GNS is in the top level in terms of AI-driven education solution. And if you've been paying attention to what's been happening with AI stocks like SOM, SOUN, I talked about that stock early, made many videos on it. It just ripping face. Same with Bbby AI. GNS is just 82 cents. The stock is actually setting itself up for a nice move up. I really want to see the CEO release more like buyback type of news as well on top of that. And this stock, again, this is not even just factoring the lawsuit angle, right? I'm just focusing on the AI education angle. So when it comes to Asia countries as well, the stock is in a leader. They did the dual listing as well, right? So if you're holding this stock, let me know, guys, if you have more information. I know a lot of you guys are bullish on it as well, right? So next stock will be Robinhood. This is really interesting stock. It's been really trending, actually. I've been looking up Robinhood, and this stock actually reported a 65% year-over-year increase in trading revenue, Q2 2025, surge in crypto and option transaction, and Robinhood actually joined the top S&P 500. So that's really good news. Robinhood joining the top 500 companies in America inclusion. That's really nice. For people that were holding Robinhood, congratulations. If you like Robinhood, like Palantir, it's in a similar sector, right? So I think Robinhood is only going to get more potential, as well as Bull. If you check out my other videos, I talked about Webull, right? Robinhood, Webull are the two like most popular in terms of this sector, right? In terms of these type of stocks, especially since next year there's like really big catalyst for Robinhood and Webull, which is the 25K PDT rule that is being proposed, right? They're trying to reduce it down to like $2,000, which is massive news. It could be life-changing to a lot of people when it comes to trading, right? because 25K is a lot of money compared to 2K, right? So next stock we have to talk about Ixhl. This stock, again, I made many videos on it, and then the stock had buyback news, actually 20 million share repurchase program. On top of that, they eliminated approximately 347 million Series A warrant. So when you're looking at Ixhl, I said in my previous video, you could check what I said. I said that it was going through like a liquidity grab type of situation, and that's exactly what happened. Look at the chart right now. It pulled back towards that 50-cent area. You could check the last video. I talked about that key 50-cent area. And if you look at this daily chart, it's now forming that. It's like I said in the earlier video, it's forming that base on the, it's like psychologically as well. It's a pivot, 50-cent pivot. And right now, you really want to see a bounce, or even a little under is fine, but you really want to see a bounce over to that 75-cent area on Ixhl. This stock is planning for a phase 3 trial. This stock has the generalized anxiety angle as well as the arthritis angle, right? So this stock actually, I'm looking at not just the technical wise, but also the catalyst angle as well, right? And this stock also has many more factors, but I don't want to repeat it. So I recommend you watch my other videos if you're new to the channel. I know like a lot of you guys are new or joining. I'm seeing a lot of people joining recently, right, to the YouTube channel. So next stock, Cigl. This is a Singapore-based multi-day squeeze angle. This is a low floater and a fresh partnership as well. So when you're talking about Cigl, this stock is another situation where I think a lot of bears are getting kind of smoked here, right? If you look at the chart, what's been happening, the stock actually made a big move up, and then it held that level, and then now just exploding, ripping face to new high. And look at this, what happened after hours. Right now, I think this is in a really interesting spot for the upcoming pre-market session as well. Not just pre-market, but the multi-day angle as well. So when it comes to Singapore stock, I said in the past, guys, Singapore, China, Hong Kong, these type of stock sector, when you're short, you really got to be careful, because these type of companies, they squeeze a lot of the times, right? And a lot of people get really surprised by the price action on them. I said many times that the top 5 small cap will be bio, crypto, reverse split, IPO, as well as China stocks. They squeeze a lot, these 5 type of stocks, right? So next stock will be Donut, Krispy Kreme. This is a stock I mentioned in the past. The stock has 1.5 billion revenue. The stock also is expanding internationally through a capital light franchise model. They're basically trying to path to profitability, right? This is also a short squeeze popular stock theme as well, similar to BBY, as well as KSS. This is a similar type of stock, right? This stock has been expanding to national partner like Walmart, Target, Kroger. I think Krispy Kreme is a really interesting stock, especially since it's like more very exclusive, loyal fan base, right, compared to these other type of stocks. Once people, they like this type of donut, like they like this type of stock, they keep getting this type of donut, right, Krispy Kreme. So keep an eye on this stock, guys. And last stock for the video, guys, is Asst. This one I mentioned in the beginning. You could check the video. I mentioned it at like $1, and then it just ended up ripping face to like $10. This is one of those black swan crazy type of stocks, and now you're looking at a multi-day angle. Asst actually yesterday kind of sold off, and it went to, what was it, 446. That's a big drop, but this stock has a catalyst coming for it. This stock has a merger angle, transformative merger, created a major Bitcoin treasury, $750 million funding. This is happening in just a few days, September 9th. So look at this float, short float as well, massive short percent float. You really want to pay attention to this stock as well as other stocks that have a potential merger angle, because remember BTBD, I remember that stock, I mentioned it for that angle, and it just ended up ripping face. I think it was 130% move, right? So if you made to the end of the video, guys, I appreciate it if you like and comment. It helps grow the community. I'm just trying to help people every day, and this video has a lot of stocks as well. If you have many other stocks, write down in the comments as well. I read all the comments, and I hope everybody just relaxes, guys. I know last week was kind of choppy some days, and some days was really good, and some days was really choppy. But remember, September is the most choppiest, slowest. September and August, right? Those 2 months are the slowest and choppiest, and the coming months are historically the best, right? So we're gonna do great, guys, and I've been doing this many years, so I'm just trying to help people with my experience as well, because a lot of newer traders also follow me, and it's good to have that type of help from someone that did it way longer, right? So I'm just gonna try to post levels as well on the live stream. And also, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope everybody has a great day, great weekend, and I'm just gonna wish the best for you guys. All right, Stockcatcher signing out. Have a great night or a great day, guys. Goodbye.